Hi everybody, this is Kenzie and I just want to take a minute and help you get familiar with the Graphic Talk DIY group. So whenever you open the page, the first thing you're going to see is the regular news feed, which is the discussion column. So if you'll scroll down just a little bit, you'll see that the announcements are always pinned to the top of the page. But only the current announcement or the most recent announcement will actually be on display. So if you want to see other ones, you'll need to click on the link right there and it'll show you all of them. So first, right now we have a welcome which has this video on it so that you can click on that and see how to navigate around the page. And then the next one is all the stencil tutorials where you're going to learn how to use stencil and how to make great graphics. So I've put them all on YouTube and they are in the order in which you need to see them. So let's go ahead and look at those. So as soon as you click on that, see it takes you directly to the playlist and you see all the tutorials that I've made for you. You want to start at the top. They're in the order in which I want you to go through them. So the first is to show you how to get into Stencil itself, to get the sign up and get the free version of it. And then the next one is how to use the Stencil app step by step. So make sure you watch those two first. Those are the most important ones. And then these are all like bonus tutorials on how to do color boxes and shadows and creating a clean tagline with a photo, using the quote feature in Stencil, customizing your graphics using Microsoft Word. So even if you're not interested in purchasing the Stencil app or using the free version, you can actually customize these in Microsoft, and I've done a little tutorial to show you how to do that. And even if you're planning to use Stencil, you might find that interesting as well. Here's a special bonus that I've added for you. It's the amazing snipping tool in Windows. If you haven't learned how to use that, you're going to love this. This is one of my favorite tools. I use it almost every day, snipping something off the internet or snipping something I want to save. And you're just going to love that tool. Then there's some graphic reviews. I did a review of a graphic that a member submitted, and then I did another review. I think this one is of a Facebook cover, yes, for a member as well. And you'll learn a lot just by watching those. And then here's the step-by-step tutorial on how to create a Facebook cover image, which I actually had given out to the public. So anyway, this is where you want to go for that. Now let's go back to the Graphic Talk group. I don't know why my cursor's blinking and acting weird. Hopefully it'll hold out for us. So anyway, we talked about the announcements. Now we'll go back to group discussion. So another way that you can click on you can get to the announcements is just by clicking that link on the left column. Let's go back to discussion, which is basically the main news feed. And scroll down a little bit so you can see, what's in the news feed right now is just every time I post a picture and put it into an album, it adds it to the news feed. So that's what a lot of that is. But if you'll scroll down a little bit, you'll also see some other links, maybe to those were some webinars that I did earlier that teach you how to use Stencil. Those are some older versions if you're interested. Let's see. Here's a review of this graphic Facebook cover. So some of the stuff that's in the playlist that you just saw is actually on the news feed as well. Let's see. What else do we have down here? Here I gave a graphic and I just shared with you a little bit about how I made it. That's one that a customer, one of the members did. She did real good. Cindy posted that one. Very good. That was just kind of a motivational value that I shared with you, but it's also something that you could share. So it's not something I created, but it's something that I saw that would be useful for you to use with your pages as well. So if you'll scroll down, you'll see a lot of helpful things. Here's an article on 9 ways to use visual content in your social media strategy. That was advertisement for Kim's group. I thought she did a great job. This was another article that I thought would be really helpful for you to post. So if you'll scroll down, you'll see some real helpful things. 5 ways to get your Facebook posts seen by more people. Whenever Facebook decides to give me the units option on my group, I'll try to put all of those links to those resources in units so that you can access them easier. Right now, there's no way to do it, but by scrolling through. All right, so let's see. We have some videos in here, which are some of the tutorials that are actually on the tutorial site, but they were posted in here initially. But because Facebook doesn't organize them very well or give you a description of them, I thought it would be better to host them on YouTube and just clip, the link to the stencil and tutorials are always going to be in the announcement section of this page. Okay, so that's where you can always find them. If you're like, oh, where are those tutorials? How do I find them? That's how you can find them. Or you can bookmark them, of course, on your own web browser. Okay, so let's look at photos. This is for those of you who are not really wanting to get real creative, but instead of scrolling through just all the random albums, photos, I've actually created albums for you. And if you'll look, that's an easier way to find what you're looking for. So we're going to have some seasonal ones. We're going to have the Get Coach series, motivation, inspiration, leadership, spiritual inspiration. This is a specialty. There's accountability support, clarity transitions that can help narrow down your search for you. So if you click on accountability support, let's see what's in there. Oh, love that puppy. So there's just some saying we can give you support as coaches. And the thing is, guys, listen, if you see something you like but you want to change it a little bit, you can actually just take my idea and create your own off of it. And we won't consider that plagiarism. I'm giving you full rights to do that. Let's go back to albums. And let me just show you this one. This one has the most photos in it, 86, and a lot of these came from the free group that you've been used to. But what I did was I took off the getcoached.coach branding, and a lot of them have the Get Coached. There's always a reason removed from it as well, so that you can just put whatever you want on them. So they're great graphics, but now you can customize them and personalize them for your own use. Okay. So there's going to be, new graphics coming every month. And I would love to have you make some suggestions to me on different categories or niches or albums that you'd like to see created. And I'll do the best that I can to make that happen for you. Let me go back to albums. Where was I? Yeah, so all in all, there's over 200 pictures in here, and there's going to be more coming every month. So it'll be a great place to start. And then there are some that are kind of free floating out here under photos that may not actually be in an album that you can scroll down and look at as well. All right. Okay, so we've got discussion announcement. I don't know anything about chats. There's where the members are. If we have any kind of events, I'll post it here. Files, though. Let's look at files. So I have a file right here called Graphic Talk Tips. I think this is something all of you should look at. Let me see if it'll just open. Yeah. So you just click on it, it'll open. So these are like Graphics 101. That would be good for you to remember. And then at the bottom, there's some links for you to get more tip ideas for designs, graphic design tips. So there's one of the files in there for you. Alrighty, so that's pretty much it, guys. Hope that you find this really helpful. And I hope to see you posting your graphics, getting support and encouragement from each other, and really, really, really want this community to be offering strong support and encouragement to you, and also that we would all pitch in and help promote the profession of coaching. All right, may the Lord's favor rest upon you and establish the work of your hands. Love you all. Talk to you later. Bye.